Hi parents, so I just wanted to do a quick video on three questions that you should be asking your child's maths teacher at parents' evening. Now, I typically see three problems that parents go through when they go to parents' evening, and from a teacher who's been to hundreds of parents' evenings and sat through two, three, sometimes 4 hours of parents' evenings, these are some of the things that I see. So the first one is a lot of parents just don't know the questions to ask. Okay, so oftentimes set of parents will be sat in front of me and they'll listen to my advice and then they just go. And it's not because they're being rude or ignorant, it's because they don't know what questions to ask. The second thing is because teachers are seeing quite often 30 sets of parents within the same day, and they're going from, say, 4 o'clock in the afternoon to 7 o'clock in the evening, sometimes because the time's limited and it might be 5 minutes per child, the advice becomes a bit repetitive. And then the final thing is sometimes parents just don't know how to action it. So I might say to a parent, your child needs to put in more effort, but what does more effort look like? I might say they need to concentrate more in class. Well, how do they concentrate? Do they need to sit away from so and so? Do they need to put their pen down when the teacher? So exactly what does that look like? So when I say that there's three questions, I'm not saying these are the only three questions that you need to ask because you might have four or five questions. Brilliant. But I'm saying amongst all those questions, get these questions in. So the first question is, what can my child do in maths? So most schools will have a spreadsheet of the skills that your child had from the last mock, and it would just be in this topic, there was 3 marks in this topic, and your child got 2 out of 3. So I might highlight in orange. So there's wiggle room to improve that topic. So they've got a big master list of what can they do, what can't they do. Take all the things that they can do and show them to your child and say, look how brilliant you're doing in maths. Even if they're way off their target grade, you can still show them the skills that they can do and say, you're still doing these skills really well because you're getting them all right. That should give them confidence and that should give them momentum. Now, let's flip this around. Let's say, what are the things we can't do? So this list is honestly, it's gold and you need this list. If you don't have the list, by the way, just go and get your child to take a mock paper or get their latest mock off their teacher and all the things they couldn't do. This is what you do with it. Okay. So say this list has got 15 topics on it. You literally take topic one, type it into YouTube, watch a video. There you go. Now you've learned the skill. But if you want to do this in a much better way, take topic one and you go to Maths Genie. So mathsgenie.co.uk takes you to this page. Do it on a desktop, by the way. Please do not get your child to do maths revision on their mobile phone. Mobile phones are for ringing, which kids don't really do that these days. They're scroll. And if you're scrolling trying to learn, you can't learn whilst you're scrolling. Do it on a desktop, do it on a computer. Tablet if you absolutely must, but do it on a desktop. So click on GCSE revision and topic one might have said Pythagoras theorem. So let's say it said Pythagoras theorem. Let me just get rid of some of these. It said Pythagoras theorem and you're going to click on the video. Get them to watch the video. It's 20 minutes. 20 minutes is an episode of their favorite TV show. Do this one instead. They learn something from this. Next is click on the exam questions and then click on the solutions. So get them to go through a couple of questions, then mark their answers. Once they're feeling confident with this, well, congratulations, that's topic one done. Then we go to topic two, then topic three, and that's what we do. Okay. Then the third question I want you to ask your child's maths teacher is, what is the one thing my child can do to make the biggest difference in their GCSE maths? What's one thing they can do to make the massive difference? Because let's face it, as parents, you are probably massively overwhelmed all the time. And when you do get some downtime, you don't want to spend that going through five, 6 bits of advice because then you're like, well, which one's more important? Which order do I do them in? Well, advice number one is at like 90% of the way and is advice to like a nice to have kind of thing. So say to them, give me one takeaway. That's all I want, one takeaway. Because 20% of their efforts will probably get them 80% of their results. Because the other 80% of the efforts might be fluff. It might be nice to have, which only gets them the 20% of results. So ask them, what is this one thing which will get them 80% of the way? So next, how do we put these on steroids? Now, this is just like a silly way that I've come up with just to say, how do we scale this so this keeps on working? Well, question one and question two, I want you to email your child's maths teacher every 2 weeks, 3 weeks or so, and say to them, just ask them question one and question two. What couldn't they do in these last 2 weeks? Oh, they couldn't do fractions. Brilliant. That then goes into Maths Genie, type in fractions, watch the video, do the answers, etc. Okay. Your teacher won't thank you for this, but you're going to leave at the end of year 11 anyway, so you won't ever see them again. They won't thank you for it. Definitely when parents ask me questions every couple of weeks or so, and I got loads of them, it was a little bit frustrating because you're overwhelmed, but it's your child. It's your child's future. So who cares? Ask the teacher. They get annoyed. So what? Sorry. Anyway, then with question three, ask them on a monthly basis. Ask them, is the thing that you advised them to do last month, is it working? Because they've been doing it. Is it working? If it is working, brilliant. We'll keep it going. If it's not, we'll try something new. Anyway, hope you guys found this useful. And if you could be so kind and just drop me a quick subscribe on YouTube. And yeah, if you got anything you want me to talk about, just drop it down below in the comments and I shall do another video on that. All right, cheers everyone. Speak soon.